Well, last week was very exciting as we had the Royal Rumble and 3 months worth of wrestling. The end of this month, we are going to be going to Australia down under, which means we're going to get very low attendance, but we're going to get WWF over in down under. Hello, everyone. Welcome to World Wrestling Federation. Welcome to Superstars, and welcome along to your WrestleMania 10 week. This is episode number 14. Ooh, 14. We have another night with London Blaze coming down to the ring, and as you all know, she won the Women's Championship last night after promising the fans, and tonight she'll have in the main event of Superstars, Braun Nakuni will cash in her rematch. So Blaze, I did as I promised, and I took the belt off Braun Nakuni, and I stand here as your Women's Champion. I want to thank you all for your support and believing in me. I'm going to fight with all my might, and we are now on the road to WrestleMania. And I'm going to be a fighting champion. I'll be the champion for all of you. And with this, Susan Sexton's music hits, and she comes out with a massive smirk on her face. And so it's like, you think you're the best women's champion, do you? This is the best women's division in the world, but Bull was the best champion, it ain't you. So I set it on myself to take the belt away from you. I'm going to kick your ass and show all these fans that there's nothing but a bullshit show. And that you're not a real champion, because that is me. No work in progress, but a nice little promo there that Susan Sexton's taking claim on the Women's Championship as we start the road to WrestleMania 10, and we've got 3 episodes of this. But in about a decent wrestling number G, RVD defeated Hunter Hearst in 6:09, both from the 5-star Frog Splash. Robert Down 54, Hunter Hearst 51. No work in progress of 55 C-. That's a nice little match. They showed great chemistry and it showed no performance. Well, sadly, I ain't got any time for you guys at the moment. But I'm going to be making a note of that for a rivalry after WrestleMania. Hunter Hearst and RVD. And of course, after this one, next week, you've got King of the Ring. The King of the Ring tournament. Did that save? No. God's sakes. You've got the King of the Mountain tournament. Hunter Hearst. Let's just put HH and RVD. So after WrestleMania 10, you've got SummerSlam, but also on the road to SummerSlam, like we've got the King of the Ring, so there won't be another show 1 month before after WrestleMania. But RVD 54, Hunter Hearst 51, no work comments 51.5 C-. And a decent battle, decent wrestling member cheat. Diamond Dallas Page defeated Minori Suzuki in 8:23 by the Diamond Cutter. Minori 40, DDP 53, 50D plus. Let's click next. So Diamond Dallas Page celebrates victory in the ring when Doink the Clown runs in and attacks, beating down DDP into the mat. He doesn't do that. What he does is he comes in, he throws cream pies and just plays these really horrible practical jokes on Diamond Dallas Page. It's an annoyance to the fans, and that is going to be one of the superstar rivalries. Is going to be DDP versus Doink. There was only 3 superstar rivalries. And then Aaron and Jim stand backstage and go, I stand here with my brother. Now we've seen that Now we see that this is how you make a name, by taking down the former champions of the gym. What are our plans? The gym's like, Team ECW, we are coming for you, and we will kill you. They want D+, so they're like, well, we've been around for a while now, nearly, coming up to a year I've been running this company for. Not, of course not, but, they've been around, Owen Hart and Jim have been a tag team for over a year, and they're like, we haven't had a proper shot. When we're going to chance, and the only way to be able to seem to do it is by taking out Team ECW, so that's what we're going to do. There will be a ladder match at WrestleMania like they did do in real life, but of course it isn't going to be against Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. In about DC Wrestling Member Sheet, Dave Taylor defeated a Tissue and the Rot in 8:28 by from the Bridge and Fall Away Slam. Dave Taylor 55, a Tissue and the Rot 55. A Tissue and the Rot in performance. Of course, when William Regal comes back, the UK invasion will continue. 58 C-. Beautiful. In a decent match, Nadine and Owen Hart defeat Tommy Dreamer and Bushwhacker Butch in 5:49. And Owen Hart defeat Tommy Dreamer by submission and a sharpshooter. Owen Hart 58, Jim Nadine Hart 55, Bushwhacker Butch 48, Tommy Dreamer 43, Jim Nadine Hart in performance 56 C-. Nice. And your main event of the night, as I said, is Braun Nakuni versus Alundra Blaze for the Women's Championship. He has a 55 C-, which is a brilliant women's match. In about these Western Minimum Alundra Blaze defeated Braun Nakuni in 14:41 by pin of the bridging German suplex. Alundra Blaze makes defense number 1 of her WWF Women's title. Braun Nakuni 55, Alundra Blaze 47. Braun Nakuni in performance, and Alundra Blaze in performance, 55 C-. And after the match, of course, Susan Sexton comes out and beats her up and then poses with the belt to the annoyance of the fans. And because of that, we have been informed that Down Under in Australia, WWF Down Under, it will be Alundra Blaze taking on Susan Sexton for the Women's Championship. That is going to be one of the matches I book when the game wants to register. I'm trying to book a match here, guys. Can we not do that? So yeah, Alundra Blaze versus Susan Sexton is going to be happening, and it will be happening. All these two have bad at chemistry. Well, I don't care. It's this feud we're going for, and they're going to be wrestling. So that's where we end the show. So that match is going to suck like bull, and I'm not changing the story now. Gives us a 55C-, which is not a bad show with 2 shit angles, but great. I think the wrestling pushed us over, to be honest, up towards the 60C. I can't complain for that rating for a B show. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear, join us on Raw in a few ticks, and we're going to hear from the 1994 winner of the Royal Rumble, Sting, and we already know what he's going to say, so we're going to see how someone responds. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you for Raw in a few ticks. Welcome back. Monday Night Raw is live. Yay! Monday Night Raw is live. Yeah, so we got 10,572 people at the KS Charles Nooks Arena. Video plays hyping up Vader, Austin, Undertaker, Sting, Savage, Michael Haynes, Bret Hart, and Davey Boy. 78B. And we open up the night with the Icon Sting getting an 83B+. We got to the venue and see Pride off on the stage, and then we're showing the fans as Sting music hits and he comes to the ring, and Sting goes, "Last night I lost my match and had to go into the Royal Rumble and number 1. But look at me, I won the match and kicked Davey Boy's ass out of that match. Now I ain't going to keep my word. I'm going to keep my word, and at Madison Square Garden, live at WrestleMania 10, it's going to be me. I'm going to come out there in that steel cage match, and I'm going to kick Vader's ass and win the WWF Championship, and I will be standing tall." And Jim goes, "Well, Bobby, there it is, as promised, Sting versus Vader in a steel cage match." And Bobby's like, "Jim, is Sting an idiot? He cannot beat Vader last time. What makes him think he could do it again? It won't happen." And I think he's very true. So I think he's very true to the word there, actually. You know, what Sting feel that he's going to get out of this time? He couldn't beat Vader last time. Vader's nearly 40. Jeez, how old Sting? 34. Jesus. But yeah, so Sting versus Vader, that's set in stone. Now, steel cage match, Sting versus Vader, our first match for WrestleMania. 83B+. We have got a match being booked for Down Under tonight. In a Bad Deeds Wrestling, but in on retreat, Susan Sexton defeated Val McIntyre in 6:54 by pinfall the Bulldog. Val McIntyre 46, Susan Sexton 47. No work improvements of 50D+. The Energies match, Red Strings defeat Team EC Dub in 6:42, and Fatu defeat Salvatore Bauman by the double diving headbutt. The Head Strings make defense number 1 of their WWF Tag Team titles. Salvatore 52, Sandman 43, Fatu 54, Samu 57. No work, 56C-. Not bad. And then Steiner's come out on stage and their music's playing. Steiner Rise! And Scott's like, "It looks like you're still champions, and that means you have a target on your backs. Now, if ECW could beat you once, well, I sure as hell we can beat you two assholes." And he's like, "So this is a warning. We're coming for the WWF titles, and they'll be around our waist. And you can believe that, shrinkers." 51D+. In a decent match, Crush defeated Mankind in 8:17 by pin with a heart punch. Mankind 66, Crush 56, Mankind in performance 65C. And she's like, "Welcome back to War. The road to WrestleMania 10 is on, and joining me now, 2 legends, Randy Savage and Sergeant Slaughter." And Randy's like, "Thanks, Gene. Me and Sergeant go way back, and tonight I saw him backstage, and he told me that both Earthquake and David Boyd have tried to tell him that it's time for him to retire, and both said they will do it. No, it's not, and I'm coming for both the assholes, for both alongside my good friend." And Sergeant's like, "You've picked on the wrong legend. Right now is going to be your blood, and tonight and in 4... your blood tonight. In 4 weeks Down Under, we join Sting in 6-man action." So yeah, Down Under, the main event of Down Under has been set, and it is going to be a bit of a match that, the reason being is we're not on TV at the moment in Australia, so I'm trying to use a couple of the nostalgia acts we've got, like Randy Savage, who is not really a nostalgia act, and Sergeant Slaughter, who kind of is because he's 45 at the moment, but it's going to be Sergeant Slaughter, Randy Savage, Sergeant Slaughter, and Sting taking on Vader David Boy Smith, and where is he? Earthquake. And that is going to be one of the ongoing storylines. Is David Boy Smith and Earthquake were against Randy Savage and Iron Saw. It's only 3 B minus. Not bad. And then we see Michael Haynes in the locker room, and he's just sat on one of the benches, and he's just looking down. And he's like, "Since coming back to WWF, I've been pushed hard by Bret. I have beaten him. Now I've been talking, and there is a man who I can beat at WrestleMania, and that is the Undertaker. Undertaker, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your body, and at WrestleMania, I will beat you once and for all." It's only 4 B minus. Is that a wise decision going after the Undertaker at WrestleMania? We know what happens. But am I going to destroy the streak before it even gets a proper rating? You have to wait and see. In about East Wrestling with MG, Sabu defeat Chris Jericho in 750 by pin of the Airbury and Facebuster. Jericho 57, Sabu 47, no occurrence 57 C minus, not bad. In a decent match, Paul Orndorff defeated Dos Caras in 748 by pin of the Spike Pile Driver. Paul Orndorff 67, Dos 39. No work remains. Dos sustain a displaced humerus fracture. 62C. Thank you. That's not good. In about a good heat and good wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Typhoon in 602 by from the Tombstone Pile Driver. Typhoon 44. The Undertaker got a 65. 61C. Yeah, it's their performance. They don't click. And then we're backstage, we get an 8B for this, and she's like, Raw's along here tonight, and joining me now, the world champion Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Steve's like, look around. This company, nobody can beat me. I am the world champion for a reason, and that's because I am the best thing this goddamn company has. I will fight for all my might, and I'll kick ass and take names. And before you can finish what he's saying, Bret walks on. I might have lost back at Survivor Series, but this time, I'll beat you, Stone Cold. See you in Australia. Whoa. Strong words from Bret Hart there. It's going to be Bret Hart versus Sergeant Slaw, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, the reason we're pushing him is he's only 29. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart's older than him. But yeah, so it's going to be Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. It's going to be live, and it's going to be Raw. It's going to be WWF Down Under. I guess an 80B plus, that's not bad for an angle. In a decent match, Brian Pillman defeated IRS in 8-12 by from the Air Pillman. IRS 58, Brian Pillman 66. IRS in performance 67C plus, not bad. We're in the same locker room as earlier, and we just see Arn Anderson. He's sat on the other side, but you can tell it's the same locker room. And I was like, how can we have a Intercontinental champion who's not here on Raw tonight? Gino, you've stayed in Japan, and you will be because of your New Japan tour. The Intercontinental champion should be here every week, ready to defend his title, and that's why I would make a better champion than you. Is Arn Anderson going after the championship? Well, it looks like Arn Anderson's taking his claim on the Intercontinental tonight. Interesting. Everything's hotting up tonight. In an exceptional match, Jake Roberts defeated Michael Haynes in 756 by pin with the DDT after distraction from the Undertaker. Michael Haynes 85, Jake Roberts 69. So the match is going on, and then all of a sudden, Michael Haynes got the upper hand. He's really pounding on Jake Roberts, and all of a sudden the lights flicker and the dong goes off, and that's how Jake Roberts hits the DDT and gets the win on Michael Haynes. Basically, 69C plus, not bad. In a superb match, Sergeant Slaughter, Randy Savage, and Bret Hart defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin, Davey Boy Smith, and Earthquake in 740 when Randy Savage defeated Davey Boy Smith by pin the flying elbow drop. Bret Hart's only 8, Randy Savage 77, Sergeant Slaughter 65, Earthquake 64, Davey Boy Smith 73, Stone Cold 79. No work of Brimsey. He's getting better. Every single time we put him in, he's got the title on him. And he's touring, he's on the written deal, so he's doing house shows as champion. He's increasing his popularity. It's brilliant. It's only 4B minus. And the video plays hyping up your main event tonight, which is not going to be a good one. It's going to be Sting versus Yokozuna. In about a fantastic heat and great wrestling, Sting defeated Yokozuna in 2025 by pinfall. Yokozuna 63, Sting 86, gives an 81B. And after the match, Sting celebrates victory in the ring when Vader runs in from out of the crowd, basically hits Sting on the back with his title, laying him out. He hits the Vader bomb, and he stands over Sting, posing with the championship to close out Monday Night Raw. Great main event, great show altogether. I think we've got some great storylines. And I'm not overdoing it with the storylines. I think I'm doing enough for both shows. 3 superstars. What we got on here? The world title, the world tag team titles, the Intercontinental Championship, the 2 world titles. Then you've got then you've got Undertaker and Michael Haynes, and then you've also got the Sergeant Slaughter and Randy Savage and Dave Boy and Fingerby. So 6 storylines for Raw. So yeah, we've not got too many storylines going on this time. So that was a 78B I did see there. Sorry, I forgot to look at that. I swear it was 78B. We're going to skip forward and then we're going to have a quick look and see how WCW fares. Because WCW is the, our competition. They've done a show tonight as always. And I think that's the issue. Is we've got the stars. It's just making sure we've got the power and the stars. So we're going to have a quick gander. So New Japan last night, of course, that's where they were. Nagasumari defeated Black Cat. Super Crazy defeat Bestie. Tommy, Crime and Punishment. So either the people that weren't on the show, apart from Tiger Mask, Chono was on the show. That's where he will be. Nitro beat us again with 78B. What do we get? 78B, 70. Why did they beat us? I don't know. I'll have a quick go through. So Keith Cole and Ron Simmons. Keith Cole defeated Ron Simmons to retain the United States title to open up the show. Pritchard and Brawler defeated the Unholy. Ricky Steamboat and Josh Ben-Gur. Tanaka defeated Fury to retain the television title. There's a brawl involving Hogan, Piper and Flair. Lily Kai and Pete Cherson. Lily Kai defeated Pearson by TQ. And then the Barbarian and Jimmy Snuka and Barbarian went to no contest with Jimmy Snuka. And I got 79B main event. We got 78B with an 81 because we got 76 main event angle. But we got a sellout crowd. How many people did WCW get tonight? They are increasing 8,000, which is not bad. And then we've got Age of War tour going on at the moment. Dozcast has been hurt badly. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys next week. And hopefully this time we can beat Raw. And New Japan will be moving their tour so that Masahiro Chono can be with us. So they'll be moving the tour dates so that Masahiro Chono can be on Monday Night Raw and not also clash with our live pay-per-views. So we'll get that sorted for next week. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for another edition of Monday Night Raw. Welcome back. Mondays. It's Monday again. And that means it's time for right. Let's go back and let's retry that, shall we? There's Vince McMahon. There's definitely a Paul Bearer. Okay, that's better. Right, let's go into Superstars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I know what I ain't done. I'm going to have to do it now, quickly. As if I can deal with all this stuff. So we delete them too. We go back here. Right, that's 1444. So we're going to rename that WWF 1. Pong that into there. That comes to WWF 2, and that way I know what order they're in and what each one is. So I know that for Superstars, that's a Raw, so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Superstars. Paul Heyman's backstage. He goes, "My name is Paul Heyman, and this is Team ECW. Last week, Jim and Owen Hart targeted my boys and said that if they beat them, they'll get a shot at the titles. Now, sadly, Salvatore was injured in Japan this past week at Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling, and he's had surgery and will be back soon." Now, I've spoken to another ECW star, and tonight he will join Sandman to face Yuta in the main event, and that man is Rob Van Dam. We are at the Boston Gardens tonight. I haven't done the venue. I've let the game do the venue for tonight. Mainly because I forgot, but that's fine. In the Pro Wrestling Little Heat, Tiger Mask 2 defeated Savio Vega in 8:26 by the moonsault. Savio Vega 34, Tiger Mask 56. No opponents 51D+. In about D's Wrestling Northern G, Ken Shamrock defeat Dave Taylor in 6:05 by pinfall. Dave Taylor 56, Ken Shamrock 49, 58C minus. And then Gene's like, "Welcome back to Superstars. Joining me now, the woman who will challenge Shayna Alondra Blaze for the title at Down Under. It's Susan Sexton." And of course, we've got that booked as well. Susan Sexton versus Alondra Blaze Down Under. And Susan's like, "I'm not going to say much, but I'm going to destroy you and win the Women's Championship live in Australia." 50D+, she walks off. Then we cut to another camera and see DDP, Domino's Page, walking down the corridor when there's a massive box in his path, and then a doink jumps out. It's a Jack in the Box doink, and DDP just jumps and he jumps at this, and then he destroys it. That goes to 64C. In a decent match, Doink the Clown defeated Tommy Dreamer in 7:58 by pinfall the whoopee cushion. Tommy Dreamer 47, Doink the Clown 55, 54C minus. And then Diamond Dallas Page, no, wrong way round. Doink the Clown celebrating his victory and goes to throw a cream pie in Tommy Dreamer's face. And then DDP's music hits, and then they have a massive brawl. In a poor match, Cheryl Russell defeated Susan Sexton in 5:58 by putting the distraction on the champion. Susan Sexton 48, Cheryl Russell 34. No work prompts. The London Blaze doesn't come out. Music plays, but she doesn't come to the ring, and it distracts Susan Sexton enough for Cheryl Russell to get a win on her. Not bad. 40-60. Can't complain with that. And of course, your main event of the night is Nadine and Owen Hart taking on RVD and the Sandman, 45D. In a decent match, Jim Nadine Hart and Owen Hart defeated Robin Dan and the Sandman. So 17:56 when Jim Nadine Hart defeated Sandman by pinfall, legally using the ropes for leverage. Owen Hart 57, Jim Nadine Hart 56, the Sandman 54, Robin Dan 48. Sandman in Rumble, Jim in Technical Performance. That's where we end tonight's episode of Superstars, giving us a 57C minus. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in a little bit with Monday Night Raw. We got Monday Night Raw for you. How you all doing? Monday Night Raw. We're not going to rename it just yet. We're going to get it recorded. Ladies and gentlemen, 13,498 people have come out in the Boston Arena, Boston Garden, and I'm going to force things along a bit. I'm going to do something I wasn't planning on doing until a bit further down the line, until after SummerSlam, but I want to do it now because I think the time's right. I think the time's right for it. So next week, there's going to be a big swerve, but it's going to kind of be hinted this week, and you'll see what that is. So video hypes, Vader, Sting, Savage, Great Muta, Undertaker, Massive Trader, Michael Haynes, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. No. Just going to skip forward, thank you. An 82B plus from Vader. Welcome to 2 hours of great wrestling on Monday Night Raw. Joining me tonight, the WWF champion, Vader. Everybody's like, Gene, this is it. Sting has signed his retirement match. At WrestleMania, he'll lose and be destroyed by me, and that is the truth. You see, in 3 weeks, in Australia, me, Earthquake, and Davey Boy will kick Randy Savage and Sideshow and Sting's ass. Why? Because we are the best in WWF. And tonight, Sting and Brett, you think you will? You'll win the tag team main event? You will not. And he just walked off. An 82B plus from Vader there. And in about that's Pro Wrestling, a little heat. Kid Cash defeat Brian Lawler, Sabu, and Rey Mysterio in 8:23. The order elimination was Brian Lawler, then Sabu, and Rey Mysterio. Kid Cash is now the WWF Junior Heavyweight Champion. Rey Mysterio 51, Brian Lawler 30, Sabu 45, Kid Cash 34. No agreements. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of an issue. I've bought this title and there's the weight requirements. I ain't got enough of the weight requirement wrestlers. I've only got one heel who fits in the weight category. So I'm not going to hire any more people, but you'll probably see people come in every now and then from Japan and challenge for the belt, and on the other companies we've got working agreements with who fit that weight category. They'll just come in and, feed the guts. But I think that's quite good. 360, not bad. In the baddies, wrestling with cheap, Brittany Brown, Fat McIntyre, Bison Community defeated Reggie Bennett, Bull Nakuni and Arja Kong in 6:30 when Brittany Brown defeated Reggie Bennett by pinfall. Bison Kuminari 49, Fat McIntyre 49, Brittany Brown 52, Arja Kong 51, Bull Nakuni 55 and Reggie Bennett 50. Bull Nakuni in performance 50-60 minus. The women's division is getting better. And for some reason, Davey Boy and that are not on screen when they're meant to be. But it doesn't matter. We see Davey and Earthquake arrive in the car in the parking lot, and they get out, and then they see the camera, and Davey starts talking to the camera. And he's like, "I'm going to do talking tonight. WWF, take notice. The 80s is dead. This is 1994. Now Randy and Sergeant have had their day, and it's time for us to stand tall and strong. I might have been forced to turn with Earthquake because of them two at WrestleMania 10. Then to WrestleMania 10 we'll prove that it is our time, and in 3 weeks we'll do it as well. When we beat them, and Sting with our good friend Vader." So yeah, of course, they're mentioning the 6-man tag Down Under, but we've got another match being confirmed for WrestleMania 10, and that's going to be... Now, the issue that Randy Savage is going to make next week is going to probably affect both Earthquake and Davey Boy, because Davey Boy's 31, Earthquake is only 30. And they have a point. If you look at Randy Savage is 41. So is 45. They have a point here. But they're the future. There you go. That's booked in. 66C plus. In about a good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Stan Hansen defeated Juice van Liger by pin for the lariat. Stan Hansen's only 4, Juicen at 66, only 5B minus. And then Paul Bearer, we're in Paul Bearer's shop, and there's coffins lining the wall. We see Paul, and he's like, last week on Raw, Mike Henderson had challenged The Undertaker, and he thought he was going to sit, and he thought we were going to sit back. Haynes, last week, the gongs were a warning, and now you'll face the consequence. Your thing? You think this is going to be easy to be my Undertaker? Hell no, it won't. Now, I'm going to be confirming a match now because it's obvious what's going to be going on. It will be Undertaker versus Michael Haynes at WrestleMania. There you go, that's going to be happening. Michael Haynes versus The Undertaker, 68C plus, nice. In about that superb wrestling and great heat, Arn Anderson defeated the Great Muta in 9-11 by pin the spinning spine buster. Arn Anderson 76, Great Muta 78, 74B minus, nice. And then Gino, because last week Arn Anderson called out this man for not being here last week. Well, while on tour with New Japan. And now they've moved the dates so he can be here. It's Masahiro Chono. And Chono's like, I've beaten Mankind. Now Anderson wants to say he would make a better champion. No, he would not. I have missed one week of Raw since becoming the champion, and that night I main evented New Japan with this title. This has elevated my career here in the States and with ECW and so many more, and I promise you this. At Down Under, me and Taker will go to war with you, Haynes, and at WrestleMania, you'll get your shot at me. So, basically, he's just announced, I've written that a bit wrong, and Anderson, at WrestleMania, you get your shot at me. Let me make it right. So, it's going to be Undertaker, it's going to be Masahiro Chono. The Undertaker and Masahiro Chono are going to be teaming up against Arn Anderson and Michael Haynes at Down Under. That is huge opportunity there for these guys. And then at WrestleMania, we've just heard it there, Arn Anderson will get his shot to become the Intercontinental Champion, his first title since joining the WWF. Has he ever been in WWF? Let's have a look. So yeah, he's had the World Tag Team titles with Trudy Blanchard in 1989. You know, since coming back to WWF, this will be his first title since coming back to WWF. It's going to be quite an interesting time. But there we go, Masahiro Chono versus Arn Anderson is booked, and that is for the Intercontinental title, 75B minus. In a decent match, the Blue Brothers defeated Steiner Brothers in 801. Ron Harris defeated Rick Steiner by from the H-bomb following the first move. During the match, we also had Fatu running and take out Scott Steiner. Ron Harris 56, Don Harris 57, Scott Steiner 61, Rick Steiner 56. No occurrence. Of course, that's going to happen. We know that the Steiners have challenged last week on Raw. They sent a challenge to Head Shrinkers. We're going to find out what Afu has to say. That is what happens when you challenge the tag team champions. You think we're going to sit around? There's a target. There is not a target on my back. It is on your back. And that means we'll destroy you. The World Tag Team Champions were Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner meant to be on screen. 46D. In about a great heat and good wrestling and decent wrestling, Jake Roberts defeated IRS in 7:45 by pin for the DDT. IRS 49, Jake Roberts 64. These two don't work. That's fine. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Masahiro Chono defeated Yokozuna in 8-11 by pinfall with the Yakuza kick. Masahiro Chono makes defense number 5 of the Intercontinental title. Yokozuna 63, Chono 73, no work improvements, 73B minus. So after the match, Chono... Oh yeah, I forgot to say Arn Anderson was on commentary. So after the match, Chono's holding up his title. Anderson gets up from the announce desk and goes in the ring from behind and attacks Chono. And leaving him, and then he just basically picks up the Intercontinental title and just leaves the ring with it. So Arn Anderson has just stolen the Intercontinental title. Oh, Sony C+. So Gene's backstage and goes, joining me at this time, Bret the Hitman Hart. And Bret's like, I've had it with Stone Cold, and these fans cheering for him. Next week, right here, I'm going to make sure all of these American assholes see that I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. So Bret Hart used subtle mannerisms to hint at a future heel turn. The WWF Championship storyline has continued advance for this segment. Do you want to continue addressing this? Yes. And that leads us into a 6-man tag match. In an exceptional match, Michael Haynes, Dave Boy Smith, and Earthquake defeated Randy Savage, and Undertaker in 828 when Michael Haynes defeated The Undertaker by pinning the Bulldog. Undertaker 82, Silensaur 69, Randy Savage 82, Earthquake 68, Dave Boy Smith 78, Michael Haynes 85, Earthquake and Technical, Dave Boy Smith and Technical and Performance, 73 B minus. Beautiful. Video plays opening up your main event as Bret Hart and Sting will take on the Vader and Stone Cold tonight. And in an exceptional match, Sting and Bret Hart defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vader in 24:58 when Bret Hart defeats Stone Cold Steve Austin by submission and sharpshooter. Bret Hart 78, Sting 82, Vader 86, Stone Cold Steve Austin 79. Vader improving in flying. We're going to end the show there. Yes, we're going to continue without addressing them. Goes to 78B. We lost its popularity in 2 regions, but increased popularity in 15. We're going to skip forward and have a quick look and see how Monday Nitro fares against us, which I think it would beat us because they're now doing a storyline with Hogan and what's the other guy I'm thinking of? Roddy Piper. Anaconda from 1971 was during fruition. Over 6 foot tall, he was an imposing figure from the moment he stepped down into Dale Martin Trim. I'm actually going to see him legend from World of Sport Days in a couple of weeks at the wrestling show I'm going to in my local area. I can't remember the guy's name. Hold on. I took a picture last night and sent him my dad, and he was like, he's an absolute legend. Scrubber Daily, that's the guy. So I'm going to get to see Scrubber Daily. We'll look forward to that. So, yeah, WCW beat us after Hogan defeated Roddy Piper by DQ in the main event. Norman the Lunatic went to no contest with Brad Armstrong, and that's pre-show. Jimmy Snuka, Lex Luger, Honky Tonk Man, Jess Brangor defeated Kent Cole. Ric Flair, Don McKinnon, Terry Funk, Bruce Beefcake defeated Johnny Gunn. There's a brawl involving Ricky Steamboat and Josh Ben-Gur. Pre-match interview with Jim Duggan. Jim Duggan defeated Fury. There's a brawl involving Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. Then Don Marie, Cat LaRox and Chip Asian and Lily Kai. Ground and Pound defeated Asia and Kai. Then there's a confrontation involving Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan. And then Hulk Hogan defeated Roddy Piper by DQ for a 95 and 84B+. I told you, we're not going to win. Oh yeah, we didn't use Jerry Lawler, so you appeared there last night. We got 78B last night. WC that done night and night got a 63C with Brad Armstrong and Parsons went to the contest with Blacktop Bully and Lane. Ken Cole defeated Norman Lunatic. Fabulous Mulo and Lisa Moretz. Katie Locks and Cheapin and Brandy Wyndham and Dustin Rhodes. We got a 57C minus. And then Def Beck and Jay Lawler defeated Tom Zank, which helped their show go up a bit. So, gentlemen, we'll see you guys again next week for a bit more World Wrestling Federation Monday Night Raw. And it looks like we're not going to start winning this war just yet. But I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next week for more WWF action. So last night the WCW was live in England as the Excels defeated Texan Shanghai, the Conspirators defeated Unholy by DQ. Then Cabrita Asia defeated Candy Divider, Eric Rotz defeated Al Poth, Bobby defeated Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker, Marty Jannetty defeated King Kong Bundy, Virgil defeated Fury, Tanonka defeated Johnny Gunn to obtain the WCW World Title shot. Kevin Sullivan defeated Keith Cole for the United States title, Don Marie defeated Lisa Morton to retain the Women's Championship, Mercy Reining defeated Lord of the Rings, and Jimmy Slugger defeated Haku for the World Television title. And that is the first time they've crowned a world champion since Barry Windham won it. Barry Windham won it and then he got it vacated because of injury, if you remember. So yeah, WCW live in the UK. I don't know if they've done any more live in the UKs. Well, I've missed, but we're going to have a quick look now because the concert was live in the UK number 4. No, they only do live in the UK #4. Interestingly. So there you go. WCW live in the UK. Went without a hitch, but new champions. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys again this coming weekend as we are on Monday night. And it's going to be time for Superstars and Monday Night Raw. Welcome back. So this week we're in the UK. I'm not sure how well this show is going to go over because we are in the UK, as I just said. So we're going to give it our best shot. And we open up, of course, with Paul Heyman. We've got Salvatore Bowman, RVD, Tommy Dreamer, and the Sandman all backstage. And Paul's like, what you see in front of you is true Team ECW. And tonight, here in England, we go to war. Now, last week, Saturday, RVD and the Sandman lost a match. Now, tonight, Sandman will be joined by Tommy Dreamer in the main event tonight. So because of people, Sandman struggled, blah blah blah. 47D, not bad. In a poor match, Papa Shango defeated RVD in 750 by pin for the Voodoo Driver. Papa Shango 47, Ryan down 42. These two have actually chemistry together and worker improvements, none. 48D+. In about a decent wrestling match, Kid Cash defeated Tiger Mask 2 in Tiger Mask 3, sorry, in 5:31 by the Money Baker. He makes friends number 1 of his WWF Junior Heavyweight. Tiger Mask 61, Kid Cash 35, no work Prince 55 C-. I have upped the weight limit on the Junior Heavyweight belt to match IWGP's. New Japan's title, 55 C-, nice. Blaze is in the locker room, and the title is set on next to her, and she goes, 2 weeks, I'm going to have to defend this title against Susan Sexton here tonight. I'll give someone one shot for this title, live, right now. 46D. And in a poor match, Alondra Blaze defeated Arja Kong in 6:03 by pin with the diving crossbody. Alondra Blaze makes defense number 2 of her women's title. Arja Kong 45, Alondra Blaze 45, no work Prince, 48D+. And it's a short match. Diamond Dallas Page defeated Dean Malenko in 25:53 by pinfall the Diamond Cutter. Dean Malenko got a 61. Diamond Dallas Page 45. No work appearance. 55 C-. My favourite angle on the show. So after the match, DDP is in the ring. The lights go off. When they come on, Doink is in the ring. He has a pie and he just throws it into the face of DDP when he turns around. Then attacks him before leaving, laughing up the ramp as he goes. 52D+. One of my favourite storylines at the moment in the company. And in about a decent wrestling match, Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman defeated Nadine and Owen Hart in 1812 when the Sandman defeated Jim Nadine Hart by pin the Russian leg sweep. Owen Hart 51, Jim Nadine Hart 45, Sandman 51, Tommy Dreamer 43. No work appearance. That's where we end tonight's show with 52D+. Not the best, but I'll cope with that. Well, that's the end of that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go away and book Monday Night Raw. Recording awesome. Welcome back. Final war taping for the day. We've only drawed 3,940 people, and we open up with the opening package. Blah blah blah. No, the same old shit, and we're gonna have a massive angle to open up the Raw tonight. That is if the computer wants to play ball. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Thank you. Jeez. So we open up to the parking lot outside. We see Stone Cold Steve Austin has arrived, but he's attacked by Brett, Jim and Owen. They beat him down. Brett picks up the title and then Brett turns to the camera and Brett goes, cheer for your hero now, WWF fans. Cheer for this prick now. Dave Boy, I know you're in the $1 million corporation, but we softened him up, win the title for us, will you not, tonight? And Jim's like, what the hell have we just seen tonight here in the UK? The man's got to defend that title. Oh shit, you assholes. And Boy's like, this is the best thing I've seen. And in the UK, it's awesome. These fans are cheering for him. It's stupid. That man is going to lose that title. So there we go, my friends. We have done it. Stone Cold Steve Austin. We're going to do the turn. Yep. And then we also get the gimmick turn with it as well. What is going on? Seriously, I can't see the message to fucking click on it. Right, awesome. Complete turn. Yep, Bret Hart. So he's now changed the gamma code to compromise 20 turns have been shock. Oh, I don't care. The turn was a complete disaster. I don't care. It was a good turn. But yeah, Bret Hart is now a heel. Stone Cold Steve Austin as a babyface. Gives us a 64C. Beautiful. And later on tonight, we'll get to see Stone Cold Steve Austin face Davey Boy Smith in the main event. In a decent match, Jerry Lawler defeated Juice from the Liger. Juice from the Liger 64, Jerry Lawler 43. No appearance. That's Jerry Lawler's first match since the casting match on WWE television. In a decent match, Ed Trinkets defeat the Bushwhackers in 8:17 when Fatu defeated Bushwhacker Luke back in the double diving headbutt after Fu interfered. Make note of that. Their Trinkets made defense number 2 of their WWF World Tag Team titles. Bushwhacker Butch 54, Luke 39, Fatu 55, Samu 55, 55 C-. Not bad. And then Gene's like, we just saw the Head Shrinkers beat a returning Bushwhackers and keep the titles, but the men who are going after the titles, Steiners, are joining me now. And just Scott's like, did you see that, Gene? Fu had to interfere yet again. This shows us a sign of weakness. And here in the UK, we got a match tonight. And Rick's like, we will win this week without any help. I'm going to make sure I'm still recording because the computer's being a nuisance. 45D, not bad. In about a decent wrestling with a cheat, Truly Blanchard defeat Crush in 7:44 by submission. Truly Blanchard 48, Crush 49, Crush in Rumble, 52D+. And then we see Sting burst through the locker room door, and we see it's Brett's locker room, and he's got his brothers with him, and he's like, how could you, you idiot? I thought I could trust you. You're worse than Vader right now. Me and you tonight. I've got a wire to our face, Vader, so I'll see you in the ring. So yeah, 56 C-. He's got a while to face this thing. So tonight we'll have Sting versus Bret Hart. And then we see Al Hansen backstage as well in another locker room, and he's got the Intercontinental title, and he's like, why should I wait for WrestleMania when I could just take what is mine? Chono, I am the real Intercontinental Champion, and tonight I'll show you why. 68C Plus from Al Hansen. In about a decent wrestling match, the Steiner Brothers defeated Harlem Heat in 8:03 when Scott Steiner defeated Booker T by pinning the Frankensteiner. Stevie Ray 54, Booker T 52, Scott Steiner 52, Rick Steiner 52. Noah Caruso 56C minus. And then in a decent match, Arn Anderson see Mark Romero in 7:55 by submission. Mark Romero 41, Arn Anderson 69. No worker 64C. And G's like, welcome back. Joining me this time, WWF legends Randy Savage and Slam Slot. And Randy's like, sorry, Gene, stop calling us that. We might be legends, but right now we are stars. You see, they might be younger, but me and Sarge just talk and go in that ring, and that is what we will do. And Sarge's like, I'll keep going until my body gives up. I'll keep going out there and giving fans a match that there won't be a match of the year, but will still be a match they will remember. I saw Slaughter and Savage fight live together. 70C plus, beautiful. In a decent match, Michael Haynes defeated the Great Muta in 9:02 by pin of the Bulldog. Michael Haynes 54, the Great Muta 68. No work with 69C plus. And after the match, Michael Haynes celebrating his victory and celebrating the win when bolts of lightning come from the ceiling and hit the corner post, which causes flames to go off, and Haynes steps out of the ring looking very scared. 58C minus. In a decent match, Stan Hansen defeated Jake Roberts in 8:08:21 by pin of the Lariat. Stan Hansen 59, Jake Roberts 62. No workman 66C plus. This show's going to be shit. In an extra short match, The Undertaker defeated Dr. Luther in 2 minutes 28 by pin of the Tombstone Pole Driver. Dr. Luther 36, The Undertaker 75. No workman 56C minus. Not the best. Got a bloody itchy back. And then The Undertaker celebrating the victory when Michael Haynes comes in and attacks him, continuing that rivalry. In about good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Bret Hart defeated Sting in 8:10 by submission and a sharpshooter interference from Evader. Sting 66, Bret Hart 71, 74B minus. And your main event of the night is Davey Boy Smith taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin. In about great wrestling and good heat, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Davey Boy Smith in 21:31 by pin of the Stone Cold Stunner. Stone Cold Steve Austin makes defense number 6 of his WWF Championship. Davey Boy Smith 71, Stone Cold 71. Davey Boy Smith in performance 74B minus. In a decent post match, Silent Sword, Randy Savage and Masahiro Chono defeated Earthquake Vader and Yokozuna in 15:29, when Randy Savage defeated Yokozuna by the flying elbow drop. Chono 66, Savage 75, Silent Sword 58, Yokozuna 51, Vader 72, and Earthquake 52. Earthquake in Technical, Vader in flying, and Yokozuna in Technical. That's where we end tonight's show in the UK. Mother bloody injury I don't need. And once again, the computer's gone to that. 72B minus. The lost has increased our popularity in 15 regions, but lost us popularity across the board in America. It's all 10 regions of America, but everywhere else in the world it increased our popularity. I know this show was going to be bad. I realised that after how bad Superstars was this week. So I can promise you this: WCW have run for another week in a row on ratings, and we'll have a quick look and see what they did in response to us being in the UK, unless they've done a TV tape in the UK, which would be interesting to see what they've done. Quick swig of my drink. But yeah, I think the storylines are really good. I think this is the best road to WrestleMania we've done. I think we've got quite a lot of stuff planned for the future, and I think this company's going to rise. I think this company's rising. I think this, people like Dave Boy Smith, Mankind, the heel turn on Bret Hart now. I think all of them have got, great. So we go, Nitro, of course, it's happy St. Patrick's Day. The WCW Nitro had 8,453 fans. 78B, so the Top Dogs defeated Unholy. King Kong Bundy defeated Rage, Bob Backlund and Roddy Piper. Josh Ben-Gur and Eric Watts. Josh Ben-Gur defeated Eric Watts. Ricky Steamboat and Joshua Ben-Gur. Whoever this guy is, I don't know. If you know who he is, because he's quite popular. As far as WCW are concerned, he's one of their big stars. Keith Cole, Mercy Rousers defeated Fury and Johnny Gunn and Payne. Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. Katie LaRox and Lisa Morty. Katie LaRox defeated Lawson Mortari by DQ. And then the Barbarian, Haku, Bob Backlund, and Jim Duggan. And then the Faces of Fear went to a no contest with Backlund and Jim Duggan. Yeah, and there's our show. Not even the sold out crowd, 72B minus. Feedback from the viewers has been great. It's drawn a lot of praise, probably because it's in the UK, and that's a good show for the UK. But it's the only way you're going to get wrestlers over is by go, because they don't increase a lot of popularity on the shows. So, yeah, Yokozuna has been injured. As I'll show you our list of injured wrestlers at the moment. As you can see, 4 months, 2 weeks, 24 days. 4 months, 4 months. Dutch Martel's out again. 4 months, 19 days, 2 years still. Yeah, these are things. Salvatore Bob on 26. So yeah, you can see that following coming to work, these are all fatigued. It's ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys again probably tomorrow's recordings for another edition of WWF Monday Night Raw. Amongst all the fear-mongering the press are doing at the moment with this coronavirus, I'll try and give you peace and quiet to a bit of WWF. We've imported more stadiums because there seems to be a lackluster of stadiums and venues or arenas to hold the shows in. So tonight we're at the Guild Coliseum, which is a new one I've employed. Indeed, Colin Wang Superstar joining me now. A very annoyed DDP. And DDP's like, Doink the Clown this is not funny anymore. You've now got matches Saturday night live in Australia. I'm going to kick your ass. And tonight, Doink, we're going to do the first ever mixed tag team match in history of the WWF. See you in the ring. So we're going to put that in now. WWF Down Under, which is Saturday night. Now, I have moved the show because of after the UK performance of some of the undercard talent, I think it's wise to move the show and also show you another reason why. That's Doink the Clown. I'm taking on Diamond Dallas Page. If you look at some of the popularity of wrestlers, where's Australia? There you go. Like he's only got 9 popularity in Australia. Doink the Clown, aka Matt Bourne, he's got 30, so he's doing all right. But when you start getting into the upper mid cards, like the main eventers and stuff, you're not doing. Oh, you know, you can see there like 60s. He's only got a 4. Like Arn Anderson is not popular in Australia. So it'll be interesting to see how the show goes. And then Jim's like, hello and welcome to Superstars. And it looks like another match is set for Saturday Night Live in Australia. Now, Big John Studd is not here, and he won't be for the coming months. So I'm now joined by Joey the King Lawler. And Joey's like, thanks, Jim. And I'm going to hope that Doink and Susan kick their asses here tonight. Is what DDP and this women's champion Alonzo Blaze deserve, and I can't wait. So yeah, we put Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler together. The reason is Big John Studd tested positive in my recent call of tests. I've tested them at random every few months, every 3 or 4 or 5 months randomly, and then anyone comes up, they go straight to rehab. So a couple of new stars have gone straight to rehab. In a bad subpar wrestling, a little heat, Ahmed Johnson defeated Papa Shango in 5:06 by pin with the Purple River Plunge. Ahmed Johnson 30, Papa Shango 51. Ahmed Johnson badass above average. I was going to send him down to one of our training camps, and I'm like, no, I want Ahmed Johnson on my roster. I absolutely love him. In the poor match, Kid Cash defeated Tommy Dreamer, notice 7 by pin with the Moneymaker. Kid Cash now makes defense number 2 of his junior heavyweight title. Tommy Dreamer 43, Kid Cash 43, not bad. No Worker Bros 45D, not the best title match. But I've upped the ante, as I said last week, so that more people can go for it. So it's the same as the IWGP junior heavyweight title over there. Same weight restrictions as that one. And G's like, welcome back. Now at this time joining me, the women's champion, Alonzo Blaze. And Blaze like, Jerry, you shut up, you idiot. You think you could go toe-to-toe with me? Get in this ring and prove it. Tonight, me and DDP will fight and win the match with the other two idiots. And this Saturday Night Live, we go down under, and I'll be defending this belt, and I'm going to kick ass and prove why I'm the best women's champion in this company. 40 AD plus. In a decent match, Chris Jericho defeated Perry Saturn in 7:49 by pinfall. Perry Saturn 48, Jericho 60. No opponents 59C. If you didn't know, Perry Saturn's partner was doing drugs and is now gone. So that's another one who was doing, drugs. So we're now down to tag team. So Perry Saturn has been given permission to go out in the singles competition for the next few months. And then we see Heyman in the ECW locker room with his boys. Your typical locker room with your lockers and stuff. And Paul's like, so Tommy lost tonight and he's pissed. But who cares? One loss is nothing. Now, Halfway Nation, you want to come here? Come to Superstars, fine. We'll go down under. But my boys will kick your ass. Now, Salvatore will not be back in time for this Sunday night's show. Down under, he's still going to be out. So I have spoken to a certain someone, and it will be Sabu joining Team ECW to join the Sandman at this show to take on the new biggest heels in the company, Nadine and Owen Hart. They will take it on the chin. So with Jim and Nadine Hart versus Sabu and the Sandman down under. Don't think that match is going to do well. 58C minus, not bad. In about D2 wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Dave Finlay defeated Sabu in 7:48 by putting the Tombstone Piledriver. Dave Finlay 53, Sabu 44. No work experience 53C minus. And in our main event tonight is the mixed tag team match. It's Alundra Blaze and DDP taking on Doink and Susan Sexton. In about D2 wrestling, but number 3, Doink the Clown and Susan Sexton defeated Alundra Blaze and Diamond Dallas Page in 15:29 when Susan Sexton defeated Alundra Blaze after pinfall after using a foreign object, which Doink the Clown brought in the ring. It was massive, one of those squeaky hammers. Diamond Page 53, Alundra Blaze 45, Susan Sexton 47, Doink the Clown 50. Doink the Clown in performance 33C minus. Nice match. Alundra Blaze sustained an inflamed spatulus in this match. Well, she better be sorted for Sunday. So there's no specific comments made by the show. 55C minus, that's brilliant. Quite a good show. Some of the lackluster matches, of course, because of the younger talent. But later on, we'll see you guys again live tomorrow in a little click when we'll get to find out the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. Welcome back, Monday Night Raw. Hey. Got 9,604 people at the Guild Coliseum tonight as we have our opening package with Vader, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Randy Savage, Undertaker Sting, Brett, Davey Boy, and Masahiro Chono. 24B minus. So we got to the venue. We see Pryor go off, and then the Hart Foundation comes out to the ring, and it's like, Brett, boo me, come on, boo me. Canada's better than all of you losers right now. You see, Paul, your group of misfit garbage wrestlers can stay on Superstars, and my brothers will not be on that show anymore. Now, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you think we're going to fly out there and lose my match Saturday night? Saturday night, you're joking. And now I'm going to show you I mean business. Before Brett can continue this promo, we just hear Stone Cold Steve Austin on the on the time trying to goes, "Hey up here, I'm not going to come down there so you three can kick my ass. Hell no. Now if you son of a bitch think I'm going to lose this bout this Sunday, you got another thing coming. You see, Brett, this is WWF's return down under. Now in the main event is me versus you. I've been to Road Warrior and he said that because of your men trying to cheat, they'll be banned. And this will be me and you, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And when his Brett looks pissed and he starts kicking the bottom rope in annoyance, this is what Stone Cold said. Jim Hart and Owen Hart improvised well. Bret Hart looked good. Owen Hart performed poorly, even though he improvised well, which is good. 70C plus, not the best promo, but yeah. So he's like, well, we know that your two brothers are going to try and interfere in this match, so they're now banned from ringside. But your plan to make the Hell Foundation has backfired, because it's still going to be a one-on-one match. And I've just made the biggest babyface in wrestling history. In it about that, decent wrestling demonstrate the Great Nita defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 709 by pin with a fired from the powerbomb. Hunter Hearst Helmsley 49, the Great Nita 58. No reference. I just thought the Great Nita was easier to say. 58C minus. In a decent match, Steiner was defeated Nadine and Owen Hart in 7-12, and Scott Steiner defeated Owen Hart by pin the Frankensteiner. Following interference with Sandman at the same time, we also had Rowan down take out Owen, Jim, Nadine Hart. Owen Hart 59, Jim 57, Scott Steiner 66, Rick Steiner 58, Scott in performance 67C plus. Beautiful. I think this is about the time where we start rating everybody on a mixture of in-ring and popularity, because I think that's going to help our show a lot better. You think this is going to happen this Sunday night? Hell no. It's going to be a fair fight, and we will win and retain the WWF World Tag Team Championships. We are the best tag team in WWF, and we'll prove it when we go to Australia. 50D plus. They're not in action tonight. In about the good wrestling and good heat and decent wrestling, Crush defeated Jerry Lawler in 6:46 by pin with a heart punch. Jerry Lawler 65, Crush 59. That of course is our superstars. Looks like he's got an earring because I've got dirt on my screen. 59C. Yes, so that's our Superstars colour commentator at the moment. In about good wrestling and a decent match for the crowd, Juice von der Liger defeated Stan Hansen in 7:26 by pin with a shooting star press. Stan Hansen 72, Juice von der Liger 66, no work prints, 76B minus. And G's like, welcome back to Raw, and joining me now, the $1 Million Corporation, David Boy Nerve Craig. I was a bit confused what he's had to say that, and Dave's like, this coming Saturday night, we'll join Vader and represent our man, Ted DiBiase. Now, some of you have forgotten about him and his $1 Million Corporation, so tonight, I'm going to make sure you know about it. You know why, Gene? Because I've been representing since he went to rehab, and I will keep my promises. We're going to prove why we are the best alongside Vader this Saturday night, live. 68C plus. And then Massimo Chono's backstage. He goes, we see Chono, he's sat on some boxes and he looks really angry. He's like, so Arn thinks taking my title, stealing my belt, is going to help him win at WrestleMania 10. I'm going to get my belt back tonight, or this Saturday night, when I join The Undertaker, and I'm going to kick your ass and take you down. Sony 4B minus, and the fans are like cheering in the background. In next two short matches, Undertaker defeated Earthquake in 4:53 by pin the Tombstone. Earthquake 66, Undertaker 82, Earthquake in Technical. Sony 4B minus. And then we see Michael Haynes walking down a corridor in the back, when all of a sudden, behind him, all the lights start going off behind him, one by one, until he's in darkness, and then all the lights come back on all of a sudden, and the Undertaker's standing in front of him, and now he runs back down the corridor, away from the Undertaker. So he's literally like, oh my god, boom, gone. I thought that was quite a horror tropey for the Undertaker. 76B minus, probably a bit too terrifying for kids on TV. In about decent wrestling, but a little heat, Taz defeated Ken Shamrock in 5:42 by pinfall. Ken Shamrock 54, Taz 43, Ken Shamrock in Rumble. 5:42, not bad, 61C. I'm thinking about putting Taz on to pay-per-view appearance and making him go to ECW. In a decent match, Rock and Roll Express defeated Harlem Heat in 8:22, and Robert Gibson defeated Stevie Ray by pin with a double drop kick. Stevie Ray 57, Booker T 56, Robert Gibson 54, Ricky Morton 53. Ricky Morton in performance and Stevie Ray in Rumble, 59C. Beautiful. And we see Gene in the ring, and he's got a big smile on his face because he knows what's about to happen. So joining me now, please welcome to the ring, Sting. And Sting music hits and the fans just go crazy. And he comes out to the ring with a big smile on his face too. And he goes, well, this is an amazing response to the icon tonight. It's 10-man action, main event action tonight, and I'm going to win that. And this Sunday night we'll win again, and at WrestleMania. Now Vader has said I'm not going to win this title, but he's not realised that I have a plan. You see, Vader, I'm a scorpion, and I'm ready to sting, and my venom is that steel cage that will surround the ring at Madison Square Gardens. I will be WWF champion. Mark my words. Nice words from Sting there. 75B minus, not the best. In about great wrestling and good heat, Mankind defeated the Great Muta in 8:22 by pin for the double arm DDT. Mankind 69, Great Muta 77. Mankind in performance, 76B minus. In a good match, Jake the Snake Roberts defeated Paul Orndorff in 7:47 by pin the DDT. Paul Orndorff 63, Jake Roberts 67. 70C plus, not bad. You may amazing video showing Ted DiBiase's coming back soon from rehab, as long as I was doing Sid Vicious promos and he came back, and I was going to continue them. So it's about the things where the screen was glitching out. So it was going to spell Sid Vicious returns eventually, but he came back and then he was like still doing drugs, so he's gone back. Unlike certain other wrestlers, everyone gets checked when they first come back from rehab, and if there's drugs in the system, they go straight back into rehab. 21C plus, not bad. In an exceptional match, Bret Hart, Arn Anderson, Dave Boy Smith, Michael Haynes and Vader defeated Randy Savage, Sergeant Slaughter, Sting, Masahiro Chono and Stone Cold Steve Austin 24:37, when Bret Hart defeated Stone Cold Sergeant Slaughter by submission and sharpshooter after blatantly cheating. Stone Cold Steve Austin 81, Chono 75, Sting 86, Sergeant Slaughter 67, Randy Savage 83, Vader 88, Michael Hayes 85, Dave Boy Smith 76, Arn Anderson 76, Bret Hart 81, Masahiro Chono in Technical, Dave Boy Smith in Performance, and Vader in Flying. Not bad. That's where we end tonight's show. with a 77B, increased our popularity in 15 regions, but lost its popularity in 3. We're going to hit continue. We're going to have a quick look and see how WCW fared. Our wrestling show now is not on a Saturday night. Superstars airs on a Friday night across the world, so everybody gets the tapes ready for Friday, and then they air it on Friday. So that's... But yeah, so we're looking at some stuff, but I think that was quite good. There we go. Awesome. So, let's have a look. All Japan Pro Wrestling Eagle Swoops to Kill report. Okay, I'm quite surprised with All Japan that we had Stan Hansen then. Because Stan Hansen has been picking All Japan Pro Wrestling over us the last few months. So obviously we're better and obviously they've lost. We got 77B. It looks like we beat Monday Nitro this week, which is great. They got 77B as well. Their main event didn't do as good as ours by the looks of it. What was our main event? We got 79. What did they get for their main event of 79? Let's have a look. Aerox defeated Joey Maggs. Johnny Gon and Poff defeated Top Gods. Mercy Ryan defeated Unholy. Ricky Steamboat and Josh Bengal. Ron Simmons defeated Brooklyn Birds. The Face of Fear defeated Tex in Shanghai. I think that's... Yeah, Haku and the Barbarian are the Faces of Fear, if I remember right. Brawl involving Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, and Ric Flair. Tanonka defeated the Fury to retain the World Television title. Pre-match interview, Kevin Sullivan and Santana defeated Sullivan, Duggan, and Ben Gill in a fatal four-way. That's an interesting thing. Saturday night did better, though. Brawl involving Barry Windham and Blacktop Bully. Chapia Asher defeated Liddy Kai by Cano. Max Payne Windham and double counter with Bob Cook. And Walker and Brawler defeated Simmons and Johnny Gunn in the main event. What's our things? Dos Cast replaced Dr. Luther replaced Alonso Reyes. Time to heal. Who's that? Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, the Great Muda, and the Sandman. That's fine. They'll have a rest now. Because on Saturday night, of course, it's WWF Down Under. We'll see you for that in a few days' time. Thanks for watching, guys. Tonight, we go down under. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWF Down Under. We're in Australia. It's Saturday night, the end of the month. The first ever show I've done in Australia. I've got plans to do in Australia shows. No opening package tonight. We just got to the small venue where Jim and Bobby are ringside. Jim's like, hello and welcome down under. For free tonight, you experience what it's like to come to a WWF house show on your TV. A smaller crowd is on hand tonight. 400 wrestling fans. And we've got a great card planned. And Bobby's like, it doesn't matter the size of the card, these guys are riled. And tonight we've got some title matches. And the main event was Stone Cold and Bret Hart for the WWF World title. Right. And so much more. But first, there would have been a women's title match, but Blaze is injured, so tonight Susan will take on Velvet McIntyre in singles action. No pre-show match. I've only paid for the wrestlers that I can get out there because it's a small crowd. But in a bad Pro Wrestling and Honest crowd, Velvet McIntyre defeats Susan Sexton in 7:42 by pinfall. Velvet McIntyre 38, Susan Sexton 38. No appearance, 41D. In a bad Pro Wrestling and Honest and crowd, the Bushwhackers defeat the Blue Brothers in 7:38 when Don Harris defeated Butch defeated Don Harris by pinfall the battering ram. Bushwhacker Books carried the match until the ring forms. Luke was the weakling Strughouse in ring forms. Ron Harris 39, Don Harris 39, Butch 50, Luke 29. Butch in performance 44D. In above Pro Wrestling and Little Heat, Doink the Clown defeat Diamond Dallas Page in 10:13 by pinfall with a handful of tights. Diamond Dallas Page 37, Doink the Clown 52. No work for his 49D plus. In about East Wrestling and Resistant Crowd Heat, IRS defeated Brian Pillman in 8:20 by from the stock market crash. 57C minus IRS 39, Brian Pillman 62, 57C minus. In above Turbo Wrestling and Resistant Crowd Heat, Coco Beware defeated Typhoon in 6:53 by pinfall the Birdbuster. Typhoon 33, Coco Beware 39, a 39D minus. In about Pro Wrestling and Resistant Crowd Heat, Mankind, Paul Orndorff, Stan Hansen, Trudy Banter defeated Crush. The Great Muda, Juice van der Liger and Jake Roberts in 15:02 when Stan Hansen defeated Crush by pinfall the Lariat. Jake Roberts 58, Juice van der Liger 44, Great Muda 45, Crush 33, Trudy Banter 35, Stan Hansen 51, Paul Orndorff 40, Mankind 45. No work appearance. This show is shit. In about Pro Wrestling and Resistant Crowd Heat, Sabu and the Sandman defeated Nadine and Owenhart in 14:52 and Sabu defeated Owenhart by pinfall the Airby and Facebuster. Sandman 27, Sabu 46, Owenhart 49 and Jim Nadine 41. Sabu in performance of 46D. In about decent wrestling, but Little Heat Masahiro Chono and The Undertaker defeated Arn Anderson and Michael Haynes in 23-16 when The Undertaker defeated Michael Haynes by pin with the Tombstone Pile Driver. Undertaker 59, Masahiro Chono 56, Michael Haynes 52, Arn Anderson 54, 61C. After the match, The Undertaker and Chono get up, and he's given his title back, but then Michael and Arn Anderson get up, and the next thing you know, they attack them both, and Arn gets back the Intercontinental and leaves the ring, and they both look really smug with the attack, 54C-. In about decent wrestling with cheat, this is better. Randy Savage, Sergeant Slaughter and Sting defeated $1 Million Corporation, Vader, Davey Boy Smith and Earthquake in 25-04 when Sting defeated Earthquake by pinfall. Sting 69, Sergeant Slaughter 56, Randy Savage 87, Earthquake 41, Davey Boy Smith 47 and Vader 58. Earthquake in technical, Earthquake in performance and Davey Boy Smith in performance. 72B-. Nice. Bret Hart vs Stone Cold Steve Austin gets a 21E-. In about these wrestling, but Little Heat, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Bret Hart in 30 minutes 11 by pin with the Stone Cold Stunner. Stone Cold Steve Austin makes defense number 7 of his WWF Championship title. Bret Hart 55, Stone Cold 62, No Working Bone 64C. That's where we end tonight's show. Given us a 64C overall, lost his popularity in 16 regions. Basically, don't show this. We should have just aired this in the UK and Japan. Bret Hart, I'm going to give it to Stone Cold and Bret Hart and Randy Savage. Tonight, we're going to praise them all for great performances. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We're now 2 months away from WrestleMania. There is not going to be another show next month. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have changed the product. We've changed the mode. We'll see you guys again next time. Tomorrow, to be precise, for another edition of WWF 1994.